Your biological age has a surprising link to your grandparents' education. A new study has identified an interesting new influence on the wear and tear on our cells. It turns out your biological age could be affected by whether or not your grandparents attained a college degree, suggesting the benefits of socioeconomic status can be passed down not just to the next generation, but also the generation after that. Generally speaking, spending longer in education is associated with higher incomes and better health for individuals. And now it seems that the knock-on effect can extend for generations, something we've previously related to diet. We know from animal studies that health is transmitted across several generations, from grandparents to grandchildren, say epidemiologist Agus Suratman from Drexel University in the US. But we now have robust human data that show that not only do parents' socioeconomic factors play a role in the children's health, but that influence goes back to extra generation as well. As our cells experience the stressful knock and grind of everyday life, they increasingly lock up sequences of DNA using chemical processes such as methylation. Not only can measures of epigenetic processes reflect a degree of biological age, but they can hint at stresses that caused similar genetic modifications in generations past. The study team used survey records, blood samples, and saliva swabs from 624 middle-aged women and 241 of their children aged between 2 and 17 years. Details on the women's parents had been collected through the earlier study conducted in the late 1980s through the 1990s. An analysis of the participants' DNA methylation suggested the rate of biological aging was slower in children whose grandparents had completed college. The difference was not huge, but we are talking about kids and young people in the earlier part of their lives, and those differences could end up being more significant later in life, potentially even affecting mortality rates. Certain factors were controlled for, including age and body mass index (BMI). The researchers also found that 14.5% of the variability in epigenetic aging was influenced by the mother's own educational attainment, as well as health factors like her cardiovascular health and inflammation. The link between the grandparents' socioeconomic status and the grandchildren's epigenetic age is a remarkable finding across generations, says Elisa Eppel from the University of California, San Francisco. This opens up a myriad of possible explanations and will need to be replicated. And for now, we know that the mother's poorer metabolic health is a partial mediator of this relationship. The kids involved in the study will continue to be tracked to see how their health progresses over time, but it's a reminder of the many different factors that play into our well-being, not all of which we're responsible for. There is a lot of blaming people for their poor health, says Surakan, but the reality is that health is much more complex than that. Some factors are simply beyond our control, such as genetics and the inherited epigenetics we're born with. I hope this helps us give more grace and compassion to ourselves and our communities. This was published in Social Science and Medicine. It's on Science Alert by David Neild. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.